Let's see, that one's going to boot up for me. Okay, there's that one. I jumped up. I got it on that one. This one still ain't booted up. Well, it's that time. Let me go live. Hello, successionaires, and welcome to the national TV and conference call talk show, The Road to Success. I'm your host, Professor William Murray. And as always, the God in me greets and blesses the God in you. Tonight's show is going to be kind of interesting. I've got a live guest, and we're going to have a little discussion, just me and her, and y'all get a chance to just listen to us, just conversate. I always tell you this show is for you and successful because of you. And it gives you an opportunity to talk, to get your questions answered, or just have conversation. As I always tell you, if you learn something, teach us. All you got to do is just go live on our show and talk to us. You dial 218-548-0510. And the PIN number is 1950#. You know, we want you to join us in conversation, in discussion, so we can answer your questions, fill in your blanks, and get you to understand what it is you need. It's not hard. You know, people say, well, I can't come on. Why? We're just talking. You can't talk to me over the phone. You can't talk to me. Well, the only one going to be live is my guest and I. But you talking over the phone, how can you be nervous talking over the phone? Just act like you're talking to one of your buddies. That's all you got to do, one of your friends. Because I keep telling you, you got to speak up, because a closed mouth and a closed mind will never get fed. And you get a chance to learn what it is that you're struggling with, what it is that you need answers to. We're here for that. And if you stay committed to us, you'll see a difference in your life, your mindset, and your business. And like I always tell you, your life is a business. You know, most of the stuff that your life learn how to handle it business-wise. This evening show is titled The Value of Being Coached. And that's one of the most valuable, that's one of the most important things you could ever do. Is to get a coach. I also probably got to have a gentleman come on later that's going to tell you how important the coaching I've been giving him for less than a month is. He has totally, in less than a month, turned his life around. And I've been coaching him for about 2-3 weeks. But I'm putting so much on his mind, so much realization, and so much fact and seeing and sight that he has turned his life around, and his attitude, everything has changed. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world, but I'm in the top 2. And I love number 1. You got to learn how it is to be successful. Well, it's so easy when you got the blueprint. We can give you the blueprint. It is a blueprint. You can't do it. You can't do it alone. The struggles that you're going to have trying to do it alone, the mistake you're going to make trying to do it alone, may cost you a lot of money because you aren't doing what needs to be done, because you aren't listening and you aren't being taught by those who know. It doesn't get, I mean, it's easy. It is very easy. It really, really is. If you got a coach, if you have a mentor, and you need that, y'all. I can't emphasize that enough. And y'all know I emphasize that a lot. What's stopping you? Fear? False energy appearing real? That's all fear is. And here's the whole thing. I want y'all to remember I said this and tell yourself this all the time. God and fear cannot occupy the same space. God and fear cannot occupy the same space. Think about that. That's heavy. That's deep. And you got to use your third eye and third ear and realize how deep that is and what that really, really means. You do. So you got to give up that unknowledgeable struggle. When I say unknowledgeable, that means that you don't know struggle. But you want to do things, go places and all this, but you aren't willing to do what it takes to do that. That makes no sense to me. And you're going to procrastinate. And I always tell you that procrastination is the assassination of your destination on your road to success. Come on, y'all. Get smart by me. Get smart with me and my guest. I've had so many powerful people as guests on my show for the last 2 months because I was determined I was going to give y'all what y'all need and people y'all hear about but don't get a chance to meet. I have them right here on my show. All you have to do is tune in. Where is your pencil and your paper? You're going to need it tonight. Where is your pencil and your paper? Yes, you need it tonight. But we're going to give you some lowdown. Something to think about, something to do, something to study. We want to rock your brain. We want to make you think and realize how easy success is. All you got to do is reach out. Because if you're going to ask people, you want to ask someone how to do something, and if they haven't done it, what sense does that make? You can't give $1 million idea to a 5-cent mind. Can't do it. Cannot do it. So why are you asking someone who hasn't done what you're trying to do, who has no idea on the avenue or the GPS to get you there? It's not hard, but it's hard if you don't do what needs to be done. My teachings are very easy and very simple. But guess who got to do the work? You. I'm not going to do it. I'm giving you the knowledge. I'm giving you the education. I'm giving you the brilliance of what I know. And my guest is giving you their expertise. And the blessing, let me ask you a question. Who have you told about this show, The Road to Success with Professor William Murray, and all the beautiful guests I bring on? Who have you told? Who have you blessed with the knowledge that I'm giving you? Let them see you in a brighter light, because then they see that you're doing something about what it is you want, and how you're going about getting there. Think about that. Think about that. What are you doing? You're struggling, and the knowledge and information is right here. You ask the question, we'll give you the answer. And if I don't know it, I guarantee you, I'll look it up and you have the following week. Sometimes I can do it on the same show. But you got to realize you're talking to someone that's got over 50 years of entrepreneurship and coaching and talking and speaking and studying and reading, researching and learning. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't know everything. I'm just trying like hell to learn everything. Is what I'm telling you making any sense to you? That's what isn't making any sense to you. That's the only question I got. Is it making any sense to you? Think about it. Think about what I'm telling you. Listen. Listen. Don't hear me. I don't want you to hear me. I want you to listen to me. You have a greater chance of learning when you're listening. And I'm doing the best I can to give you the answer to everything that you want answered. That's why I say you can talk to me live. You can go on social media. And I'm on 7 sites. So any site. Hello, Daniel. I see you on. Thank you, my brother. You can go on any site. LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the Millionaire Management Institute, the Murray Group. I'm on 7 different sites right now, live. So it's not hard to get me, to find me. I am right here, right now, at this moment. Give yourself a blessing and listen and tune in. Get your pencil and paper. Call someone and say, look, this guy is on, the Millionaire is on. You need to listen in and tune on. If you got a Facebook page, just go to facebook.com/W Murray, Murry, and there I am. And there you will see live, and you'll be able to listen to us live. You can write into the feed, and we'll see what you're saying. Just like Daniel just wrote in and says, I'm here. Now, I'm not going to be able to see everybody because a lot of times just giving me that someone is there, not telling me who. And my other computer, for some reason, will not boot up this evening. I'm trying to boot it, and it's just sitting there, just sitting there spinning. I need money for equipment, y'all. I've got all this. I wish y'all could see how much equipment I got right here for me to go on the air. But now you see I need 2 new laptops. Plus the fees that it costs for me to do this show. Like I said, this evening's show is titled The Value of Being Coached. And I have one of the top coaches in the country right here tonight. Miss Teneisha Robinson. How you doing, Miss Teneisha? How are you?
Hey, I am fine. How are you?
I am very good. For some reason, you're cloudy.
Hmm, I have no idea. I see it.
Okay, yeah, that's a
Is
little
that
bit
any
better.
better?
Yeah, you might have had a fingerprint or something on it.
I keep it taped up when I'm not using it, so that's probably
Oh,
why.
okay,
Ah,
okay,
I'm sure that's
okay,
it.
Miss Robinson. Let's do this because I forgot to print out your bio. Tell us something about Tanisha Robinson.
I am a native Mississippian. I have a background in psychology and conflict resolution. I love helping people or facilitating the process for people that are ready and willing to make positive changes in their life. So if it's something positive you want to do, I'm all about it. Don't tell me you're ready and not expect for me to hold your feet to the fire for that. We have to hold each other accountable. And as your coach, that is definitely what I'm going to do. So if you tell me that's what you're doing, I fully expect for you to do it. Um, I love music and I love dragging my mama to random estate sales. There's nothing wrong with a good estate sale. I absolutely love them.
You sound
Um,
like me. You're
yeah,
nonsensical. And I don't take no excuses. I take absolutely none.
Mr. Murray, I help people around the areas of money and their visualization and manifestation. And so I have always been a very serious money person all my life. Um, so that is something that I absolutely do not play with. I will help you in that area. I do not serve people in all areas. So when it comes to investments and insurance products, that is not something that I can help you with. But I will work with you on your plan and implementing them and help you identify the people that you need when it comes time to purchase those policies. But I will absolutely help you with your money and help you with that manifestation.
Well, people need help, and a lot of times they don't know to what degree.
True.
If they're willing to listen, to learn, and not listen to reply, it makes a difference.
It absolutely
Some of
does.
them talk so much that you can't get nothing in there. Is why.
Yes, that can be true, and it makes for a very difficult process. But then that come as a coach, that's when you have to make a decision. If every session is like this, do you need to drop that person? Because I would absolutely drop you. I will.
You don't have
Everybody
time to waste
cannot
your
be
time.
coached. Yes, everybody cannot be coached, but beyond that, just coming to learn that not everybody has that same capacity yet. So they may have a desire for that, but they're just still not at the place where they're ready to receive that, where they're actually ready to be committed to doing that work. And you have to realize that. And if you need to drop them, you absolutely just go ahead and drop them. Like you said, it's a waste of, not my time, but theirs as well.
I'm not gonna. My time is too valuable.
It is. That's the only thing
I'm not gonna
you
wait.
cannot
My
get back.
time is valuable,
Right. I
and I ain't
absolutely
got
agree.
time to waste my value.
Yeah. Because that's what I mean, effectively that's what you're doing when you're trying to work with somebody who is just not receptive to the things that you're telling them. Um, they have to understand that as the coach, it's not our responsibility to tell you what it is that you're going to do, what your next steps are. We are facilitators in this. Co-creators, if you will. I'm going to ask you those probing questions so you can really figure out what it is that you want. What is it that you deeply desire, not what everybody else thinks you should be doing, or some held over or holdover, if you will, from childhood or something that your parents or what you think other people want you to be doing. What is it that you deeply desire if you were just like, you know what? If this is what I'm doing tomorrow, whoever doesn't like it, this is what I know I'm here to do. And I think that the world would be a better place if everybody really was walking in their divine power and doing what they were called to do. We all have a gift inside of us, but we can't walk into that in the unhealed versions of ourselves. You
You
have
know,
to be a healed version of
let me
yourself.
tell those that are out there on social media that may want to call in. Give us a call here online live at 218-548-0510. That's 248-518-05. I'm sorry, 218-548-0510. Pin number 1950 £. We're here. If you come on, all you got to do is just call Mr. Murray or say Miss Robinson, and you can talk to us live right this minute. You got a question, ask it. If you're on social media, post it in the feed. I'll see it and I'll read it and we'll reply.
Yeah, we would love to have your questions around, anything related to coaching, a money issue. Maybe you have a blockage, um, manifestation. We would love to give you feedback.
Well, see, that's what it takes. Coaching ain't nothing but getting feedback on your imperfections to make them. Well, I'm not gonna say perfect because nothing is perfect.
Oh, we're in a constant state of becoming, period. It's constant.
Because practice does not make perfection.
No, not at all.
Practice only makes improvement.
We like to say that practice makes perfect. I don't know who came up with it, but
That's not true. That is not true.
it's a bunch of malarkey
It
for
is. It is
sure.
not true. Practice only makes for improvement.
Yeah.
Look how many ball players improve every year. How many actresses and actors improve every movie.
Right. It's a
All they're doing is
constant
working
thing.
on. You can try to get perfect, but
You
just
can.
realize it's just improvement. I look at me now, and when I started 12 years ago with this show, I am nowhere near where I was back then. Because right now, I am.
It's been 12 years.
It's been 12 years.
Wow. It doesn't feel, I know it's been, long, but it definitely does not feel like it has been 12 years. I remember the initial calls because you did them for a direct sales company that I was with at that time.
Yeah. But I look at me now. I'm still not perfect, but I'm a hell of a lot improved.
Well, look, personally, I know just from the standpoint of you being able to implement certain things with the technology on your own, um, you've improved just in that area, let alone anything else. So, yes.
I guess you would know because you were the one that was guiding me along the way. Because
You know,
I
some
wasn't that, I wasn't that, I wasn't that good at computers. But
right.
now a whole different ball game, baby.
Yeah, look, I don't even know how to work. I have StreamYard myself, but I'm just generally not a video or picture person, so I don't even know how to use it. And the fact that you're using it and you're effectively on 7 platforms right now at the same time, like I love that for you. But also, I'm like, okay, I need to step it up because I don't use this stuff at all. I have it, but I don't.
And I know you're going to. I told you eventually you're going to because you're going to have to.
I know. Look, we're all a work in progress in some area, and video. So doing streaming and stuff, that is definitely mine. I know that.
And see now I got to get into this with the CRT or whatever it is. I don't have it in front of me. Oh, Chat GPT, that
Yeah.
R that AI. See now I've got to get into that. It is a must that I get into that because that's AI is not tomorrow. AI is right now.
Definitely. Exactly. Yes.
So I got to get into right now because I'm looking at how. See, when I started doing my podcast, no one was hardly doing podcasts. Nobody. There was a
True.
few of us out there.
Yeah.
Look at me now. Look at me now. See, now this computer's asking me questions that I don't have the answer to. Come on, computer, don't do that to
What
me.
is it?
Oh, there it is. It's just gonna let me join. Yeah, I need computers. So anybody out there want to voluntarily give me a laptop, I'll take it. Oh, see that? Others joining meeting, joining meeting. I'm going to allow it. You only. Oh, I got all these people online. It's just not booting up, y'all. I've been trying to do this for over half an hour, 45 minutes, and it just now kicked in. So I'm looking at several people that's on, and I don't know how long it's going to stay up. Hello, Dr. Mom. See, Dr. Mom is on, and I see Brother Glenn down in Carolina is on, and I see Miss Ava. She's on here in Maryland. And I have you in Tennessee. I have Daniel in Maryland. I can't, y'all. The rest of them is just numbers and stuff, and I don't know whose numbers they are. But I have people on now. Y'all, we're talking about coaching and the value of coaching, value of being coached. Tell them the difference in being coached and not being coached.
So the best example, I think a lot of people when they think about coaching, they also consider um like a therapist. Okay.
Yep.
Coaching is more so, like I said, we're facilitating the process. We are an accountability partner. We're not going to tell you what actions you need to take. We're not laying out a
Well, I do. I usually give them I tell them what they need to do, but they need to do it. I ain't doing it for you.
yes,
You're not paying me enough for me to do it for you. I'll tell you what
exactly.
you need.
But it's more so of, for me, I think it's the excavation, of yourself when you're going through the coaching process and you have somebody that is familiar with, where you are versus like going to therapy that's more of a modality for healing. Unless you are working with, depending on your niche in coaching, you're not necessarily there for a healing modality. You're there to help with a specific set of actions, even though it kind of coaching does blur the lines, and there are a lot of things that people do disclose in their coaching sessions, um, that are very personal because it has to be. But we're not going to tell you what to do
I'm
or
going
to
to
help you
ask you a
discover.
question right now that I don't know how you're going to answer it because it might not be a good answer to my question.
Okay.
How was my coaching to you?
I love the process with you. I will say, honestly, you guys, there were times where we almost came to knockdown dragouts, and he was like, "You are a horrible mentee. You are not. You don't want to be coached." And I was like, "Yes, I do." But there were emotional and mental blocks that I had to overcome because I was being very defensive in um in my stance and in my answers. And I was like, it's not supposed to be anything negative, but it does bring up some of that stuff for you. So for me, even though I was in coaching, I did enter into therapy as well, just because I saw that I needed that. But you're not always going to like your coach. Okay, you're just not. Your coach is not to be your friend anyway.
No.
But anybody that knows me, just honestly, I'm gonna
You're
talk
stubborn.
madness, you
You
know.
are stubborn.
But I'm
Yes,
still
you
gonna
are.
I'm gonna talk mad mess, okay, you guys, but I'm still going to do it. because I know at the end of the day that this person actually has a vested interest in me having the outcome that it is that I'm looking for. Because if I say you're a good coach, that means you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're holding me to what it is that I say that I'm going to do. You are basically, my accountability partner. You're asking me the questions that sometimes, honestly, we don't have the grit or um the gumption, for lack of the correct word, to ask ourselves. So you have to have somebody who's willing to ask you those hard questions because they want to see it for you. And we don't always have close friends or family members to do that for us. Our family wants the best for us most of the time, but
Mhm.
they're not going to ask you these questions because they don't want you to feel a certain type of way with them. They don't want you to be upset with them. A good coach is not going to care. I don't care because you don't like me today. Guess what? You're going to end up loving me because this is
Just
what you
like you
told me
do
you
me.
wanted to do. Yes, just this is what you said you wanted to do. And I
Well,
want to see you do it. We
I
have a
look at the
heart for people.
I look at the difference from you then and the difference in now, and your growth is tremendous. I mean, it is truly, truly tremendous.
Every good coach has a good coach, okay?
Yes,
The best coaches.
I've got coaches,
Right. And
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 I
a lot
see
of times you have more than one, right?
I have the Empowering Learning Institute tuning in. That just popped up, and I have one of my clients on too. He's Daniel. If you want to call in and talk to us, I'd appreciate it. This gentleman is someone that I've helped tremendously in the last 2, 3 weeks. I'm a hell of a coach. I'm not trying to say that bragging. That's not braggadocious, but that's fact. I tell you truth and fact, undefeated since the beginning of time. But for me, having been an entrepreneur for almost 50 years and coaching for a lot of years, I know what I'm doing. I'll figure out what you need. All you got to do is just listen and do the action.
You definitely have to be willing to implement because it's great to have you can have all the knowledge you want. People are like knowledge is power. Mm, okay. But if you're not implementing those things, you're still not going to see the changes that you want. You're just
Well,
not.
I always tell them that information and knowledge is power. Information and knowledge is power. But implementation of that information and knowledge is your superpower.
Yeah, you definitely have to be able. Um, I know for myself, it was me when it came to implementing, I did not understand the steps or how to implement certain things. So I had to learn how to act for that assistance. Now I learned how to do a whole lot of things that I didn't necessarily want to learn how to do because you would ask people to help you with certain things and they'll say, "Oh, I'm going to do it," or people would just volunteer. I didn't ask you for this life, but you said you were going to do it. And so then when they don't, you have to learn how to do those things. I learned how to write press releases because the PR person that was supposed to come on and be a part of the team decided she was going to go lobby for somebody in DC and we never heard from her. Okay, these press releases still have to go out, baby, so you need to learn how to do it. You know, it's 218-548-0510.
218
£1950. 218.
548
Mm-hmm.
0510. Pin number is 1950 pounds. Someone asked us that question, y'all. Daniel want to know what was the numbers because he's probably going to call in. Because he is right now, he is one of my more active clients. He's willing to listen and learn because this man is hungry. He is so hungry and he's doing what needs to be done and he's looking deep. He's learning that there's a such thing as a third eye and a third ear. And once you get into learning that, what you're getting into is your spirituality.
Okay, Daniel. It is 218.
I'm gonna type it in, baby. I'm gonna put it in
Okay.
there. Go ahead, dear. While I'm trying to type. I'm a one finger typer.
It's 218-548-0510.
Yeah, I got it. Just talk to the people.
1950
Talk to the people while I'm doing this.
pounds. Yeah, you guys definitely call in. We would love to talk to you. I know some of y'all are definitely shy, just like I am, but come on and talk to us if you have any question about the coaching process. Um, if you have, a money question. Um, and I would like to say too that a lot of times when you talk about the money or people think, oh, she helps with money, that is just about your budget. Money coaching with me goes far beyond your budget because we want to look at how you are spiritually and energetically tied to your money. What were the negative things that you learned about money? You need to learn why you have certain triggers when it comes to overspending at certain times. Or if you're a person that likes to hoard, you are also out of order, honey. Yes, you need to save, but let's not be a hoarder because energetically, you are to give and to receive. So if you are only receiving money by way of whatever those means are, if it's, work, investments or whatever, and you're not also giving to a certain extent, you are out of order. You're not in alignment spiritually with your money. And we need to figure out why that is. Now, that's an internal conflict. And as
Yes.
a
Hold,
go ahead.
hold on, Daniel.
And I was going to say, all conflict cannot be solved, but you learn how to manage those conflicts, especially when it comes to an internal conflict.
Yeah. You know, coaching is not hard if you learn how.
Definitely
Because
not.
I look at where I am now compared to where I was then. I mean, I've always been a good coach because one thing, I'm patient. I don't raise my voice. I admit I'm very firm. I am firm, y'all. I don't take no excuses. Don't feed me no BS because I ain't taking it. So, I mean, and every time, I've never had a complaint. I'm serious, y'all. I've never had a complaint from one of my clients. I mean, we've gone through struggles, but once they realize I know what I'm talking about, and if you do what I tell you to do, it'll make both of us, make everything easier.
It does.
Now, Daniel, how are you, young man?
Yeah, pretty good in yourself.
Good.
How are you all doing?
We're doing well. You know what? I wanted to ask you a question, Daniel, and I hate to put you on the spot, and you could tell me you don't want to talk. What have I done for you
Right.
in the last two weeks, maybe 3 weeks?
Well, you've given me great insight. And one of the main things is how to listen. Listening is very important. Um, and then, as I read the book, um, well, I finished completing one of your books, and the spiritual aspect, along with the coaching, really helped me out because you have to really be positive and think positive about yourself and what you're trying to do. Um, you know, I, I guess let me just say that I'm in a position right now where I'm open to learning and to be coaching with someone to coach me. I come to the table not knowing nothing, which is a good thing because if I don't know anything, then I can receive what you're giving me, and then I can take action. So being positive and the radiant energy that I get from you is really good. I get a good feel after getting off the phone talking because you're feeding me positive information, and then even with the vision board, um, take a suggestion. Get yourself a vision board. And so I done that. Then I think I text you and said, well, I need to find out what I need to put on the vision board. And so you opened some insight. You gave me some insight on, how to begin. Um, I never created a vision board before. I've heard about it, but now I'm in the reality of it. So, I'm appreciating all that I'm getting. And one of the things that you have told me in the last 2 to 3 weeks was to be patient. Because I'm a little up in age now, and I need to make money, but I also need to be patient, have patience, and really find out the avenue which is which will be better for me. So that means I'm taking my time, I'm slowing down, and I'm taking suggestions. So I just want to put that out there.
Well, I appreciate it, young man. And no, I didn't pay him to say that, y'all.
Yeah, you did.
But see, Daniel is hungry. So he's listening to learn. And he's looking at the deck because he read my book, Climbing Success Mountain, which opened up his mind to a lot. Because that's written in a way that you can get stuff from. Like I said, every time you read it, you're going to pick something new up. I just read my book again last week. And I'm thinking, damn, I wrote this? I was impressed, and I've read that book more than a half a dozen times. But every time I read it, I pick up stuff, and I wrote it. Go to my website at www.wlmspeaks Institute. That's www.wlmspeaks Institute and order my book. And I tell you what, my book, Climbing Success Mountain, I, if you don't like it, you get your money back. If you don't like it, you get your money back. And it's going to open your eyes. Because like I told you, in that book is only two characters, you and Mr. Success. I got hiccups. Excuse me, y'all. You, me, you and Mr. Success. Mm. But y'all don't know how bad I was feeling, and I need to do that. That made me feel a lot better. So, Miss Robinson.
Yes.
Within your coaching classes, with your students, how firm are you?
Extremely. Now, I would say if there is, a legitimate emergency where you missing, I understand that. Life happens. But as far as you telling me this is what you want to do, and we're actually working on your goal, you're gonna do it. I don't want to hear it because there were times when there were goals that were set before me, things that I wanted to see and vision for myself. I wish I had someone to do that for me. And I really believe in holding space for people who are ready to take those positive actions because not everyone has that anywhere else. And like I said before, a lot of times you don't have family or friends who understand the path you're on. Because a lot of times when you have it in your mind that it's time for you to elevate, I want y'all to be clear. When you are in a period of elevation, you are going to be by yourself. When you are really committed to it, you are going to be isolated. And people are going to be like, oh, well, she must think she this or he is doing this and he changed. We are not here to remain the same. And if you are in a place where you are stagnant water stinks. Things in stagnant water dies. You are here to be a constant evolution. I don't care how old you are. You're never too old to learn something new. You're never too far in whatever your journey is to become better at your craft.
True.
As Mr. Murray stated, he still has, coaches because there are areas he can improve in. We are in a constant state of becoming. So if this is what you want to do, we're doing it. And I hold space for people. I've always had a heart for people. I've always done this, you guys. It's just that I haven't always charged people for it. But I knew that this was naturally a gift to me before I ever got any degree, any certification. I used to get in trouble when I was younger, like literally when I was like 9 or 10, because older people, grown people, would talk to me about their problems. And I used to ask my grandmama, baby, who am I going to tell? I don't have anybody to tell these people's business to. But people have always been drawn to me in that manner. And I have talked to them. I have asked them questions or simply holding space. I learned how to listen. Shut up. Nobody wants you to give advice all the time or to ask them questions. Sometimes they purely need to vent because nobody listens to them. I
Right.
had a lady follow me through the grocery store. I spent 40 minutes with this lady in the grocery store, and she talked to me about her family. She cried. I hugged her and let her go on about her day. I've never seen that lady again. And we literally live in the same neighborhood. And she was like, I come here all the time. I've never seen you. And I said, you know what? I was here by divine assignment. You needed to talk. I had a
Everything's
lady,
God ordained. I just
yeah.
told Daniel. Daniel got me off of seeing me on social media.
Hmm.
And he said he kept putting it on, put on till he said one day, I gotta call him. I don't know what he thinks. I think it's one of the best things that he could have done.
Yeah,
Now,
when you're
something
ready,
I'm
you
very
know it.
firm about. I'm like a doctor. If we schedule 15 minutes, a half an hour, and I say 10 o'clock, that's when the clock starts. You can call 15 minutes later and say, "Oh, something. Your clock started 15 minutes ago. How much every time is left within that range of what your time was scheduled? That's it.
That's what you get. Exactly.
Like
Because
I
if
tell
you
you,
don't treat,
you can be tuning in an hour early, but don't never be a minute late.
yeah, because you have to treat people to be respectful of your time. You know, like I
Yes,
said, we understand that things happen, but you're not going to be habitual about it
no
because
sir.
you don't know what I have to do after you. And I created time to hold that space for you. You need to be on time unless you notify me that, hey, I'm going to be late and this is what's happening. And if I say, okay, I have to consent to that. You're not going to take my choice away by doing that because, again, I will drop you. I'm not going to do it.
That's right. People don't realize what it takes to do what we do. It takes a lot. Now, when I'm coaching you, I have work to do to prepare to get you where you're trying to go.
I think that, I don't think that a lot of people realize that, as coaches, a lot of us do have coaches, but we're also in a constant state of becoming. We have to learn, we have to stretch ourselves, constantly to be able to help you guys. If we are stagnant, we cannot get the results that we need for, that our clients need. We can't get them to the place that they need to be if we're not doing the same thing. So I'm not going to tell you to do something that I am not doing or I am not willing to do myself. You'll never get that out of me.
People gonna realize, when now, like I give you assignments. Cause I'm telling you right now, I tell you when I start going, you're in school.
I mean,
I'm gonna give you,
basically,
I'm gonna give you homework.
you definitely do, and you be like, "Hey, did you do such and such yet?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna get to it,"
That's
I'm
you
gonna get to
wasting
it
your money.
today.
Cause
I'm
I'm
gonna
on
do it.
schedule teaching you.
Yeah,
But see, I have to do homework. See, when I got a client, I got homework. My homework is to know what you need, tell you and teach you what you need to get you where you're trying to go. So that means I got research to do. I got
right,
stuff to do. See, it
right.
ain't just me getting on the phone and talking with you or whatever, or me, you, and that's it. No, I've got work to do
We're in
to
a,
get
a
you ready.
constant state of learning. It is a constant state of stretching. So we are doing the same thing that you're doing. We're in the same process, that same flow, with you guys. So I have to be able to anticipate what it is, like what your struggle may be,
Yeah,
so I can help you navigate that. You know what I'm saying? I have to be able to hold space for you wherever you are in the process. But as long as you are committed to doing it, As long as I see the effort, as long as you are sincere in doing it, that's what we're going to do. But if I feel like you're playing and you're wasting my time, I have to respectfully bow out. I have
I mean, I'm not gonna waste my time. I mean, it's your money, and I got news for you. I have the right to fire you,
absolutely.
and I have fired more than one client because I'm not gonna waste my time, and you're not doing what you need, which throws you behind. That's like you're in school, and I give you homework and you don't do it, and then you want to know why come you don't know what I was teaching.
Yeah. And I would say that speaking to that, I was very lax about the time commitment prior to, the whole COVID era. We know a whole lot of things, changed, and everybody was hollering about pivot this and pivot that. And they was like, they're tired of hearing the word, but it was the most fitting for everything that was happening. So for me, I really doubled down on that because honestly, I'm just grateful to be here. I had every emergency symptom there was for COVID. I have never been that sick before in my life. So you're not about to play with the time that I have been given because this is like a second lease and my body still is not at 100%. So I'm not going to play with that.
No,
Where I was lax about people coming in and, I had somebody who's very close to me. I've known this person since I was 14. He recently got married. He and his wife was supposed to start. You're supposed to start. You're supposed to start. I was like, you know what? You don't have to.
that's right.
And it's been so long now that no, your deposit is forfeited,
That's
which
right.
he didn't care about that. But if you want to come in again, you're going to have to pay in full and you cannot miss a session unless it is an extreme emergency. Other than
That's
that,
right.
I will drop you.
Because
After
what
that,
you do
you
is you
cannot
paying for
sign
my
up
time.
again.
You are paying for my time. My time is valuable.
Yes. And like I said, I've never been, I felt like I was headed on to glory. So, no.
And my and like me with my time. See, I've got almost 50 years experience as an entrepreneur. 50 years of experience as an entrepreneur, an educator. So you're getting some information, some knowledge. I tell people I'm brilliant. No, I'm not saying I'm a genius. I'm not being conceited, but I am brilliant. Lines are open. Anybody out there want to talk to us? Somebody out there talk to us. We got all these people online. Somebody got something to say. We got about 5, 8 more minutes. Somebody out there talk to me.
Well, this is Daniel again. I just kind of really picked something up that you all was discussing a few minutes ago. And what it dawned on me, respect my time and other people's time. That means to me that, you know, I need to be working on something. And then if I need questions or need to ask a questions, set aside a time for that to be done. And then all this is appearing to be action. I have to take action in everything. But respecting my time and with other people's time is really important. I have to take a look at that because, what am I getting on the phone for? So, I need to have a purpose for whatever I'm doing and so I can get the proper coaching that I need. I just want to put that out there.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I posted stuff uh, on and when I do, it posts what I post on my Facebook page, on the Murray Group, on the Road to Success, on the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, on YouTube. It posted all that stuff at the same time. So it's out there, y'all. So y'all hearing me, and you see what I'm telling you. Order my book, Climbing Says Mountain. You need to read my book, not because I wrote it, but that is a hell of a book. I mean, and I told you, if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. It's not like you're going to lose anything. But I know you're going to read, 'cause every time you read that book, you're going to pick up something you didn't pick up the first time with the way it's written. And it's going to explain itself to you within your mindset. And when you start learning things within your mindset, it's also going to give you answers and more questions. So I'm telling you, and what makes it so bad, the book is 2 books in one. I've got a story that I tell, that's you and Mr. Success, and then I break down stuff in the second part of the book that's going to make you think. See, my job, I'm a mindologist. My job is to make you think success, how to go about getting it. Miss Robinson does the same thing because we talk 3-4 times a week because she coaches me and I coach her because she still got that computer whiz thing and I got to get, I got the things I still got to learn.
Yeah, we got to stay current.
And she fusses at me because I won't go to the doctor about certain things. And she's in my, won't you go to the emergency? No, and she gets in my case about that. But that
Yep,
just
you need
sounds
to
just
go
like my
now.
wife. So I can say I got another wife who bosses me around, but we're just platonic.
Yep, and you need to go now.
Yeah, I'm going. I got appointment. I got 2 appointments next week. I got 2 appointments the following week, and then 2 weeks after I got another appointment. And all those are specialists.
You know what can happen in between the span of now, which was literally 2 days ago when we talked, and Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or whatever the day is.
Well, I
Yeah,
got to learn how to
you do.
listen to my wife, who's my main coach.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she be listening to our conversation because every time we talk, I have us on speaker, and she could be upstairs in her office, and I'd be downstairs, and she can still hear me because they're not that far apart. And she she's in my case,
I know it.
but
Don't make
that's
me
no.
call. Don't make me call her.
I know that's number love.
Yes, we want you to make sure you're taking care of yourself for you to be healthy,
And
happy and whole. So
you just taught me something a couple weeks ago about I never knew as many times we talked, many years we've been knowing each other. As long as we've been
I'm not
talking,
teaching. I'm not teaching you nothing else.
she taught me about how to use the phone to do what is it?
Video chat.
Video chat. I ain't know about no damn video chat.
I'm not teaching you nothing else.
Now it makes it easier when I talk to her, I can see her face. Because some of you'd be surprised, your expressions
Yeah,
sometimes speak louder than words.
a lot does get lost in translation just,
Yes.
through conversation or talking a lot of times. But I talk with my face, or as I used to tell my ex, your face is talking. So I have to
Yeah.
be very careful about that because sometimes it's not portraying what it is that I actually feel or what I'm trying to say. So I put my resting face on.
Darling dear,
Listen.
guess what? We done spoke over time. And I tell you the quickest hour of the week is Tuesdays and Fridays between 9 and 10.
I
Now
know we
tell
didn't even make
people
it to hot seating anybody.
tell them how they can reach you, how they can get in touch with you.
You can text me 901-305-8869. 901-305-8869. You can also reach me on Facebook. My name is on the screen. That page.
Teneisha, Teneisha, Teneisha Robinson, Teneisha Robinson,
Yeah.
Teneisha Robinson, and she's available. So is William Murray. And sometimes we talk we don't talk about because we don't call clients' names. But sometimes I have to tell her, look, I got a client that and we'll talk about it. Like I told you, I got coaches, y'all. I got coaches. And if you ain't got no coaches, you got a problem.
No, you always need, a team, even if it's just two, but 2 to 3. Because some people definitely have a strength in one area and they can really hone into that thing quickly and really help you elevate in that area faster. So it's definitely a plus for sure.
Yes.
So nobody else wants to talk. Daniel, do you have any closing questions for me or anything? I know we're a little pressed for time here, but I would love to answer a question if you have one.
Yeah, we got less than 5 minutes. Someone is on the line and also have their phone on. Let's go give me a squelch. My and y'all ain't gonna believe this. My computer just kicked up to show me everybody's on there. Lord, I did not know I had this many people on the line. I did not know that. Wow, look at all of this. Now I got numbers, y'all. I don't have names. I got numbers.
Yeah, well, Daniel, I'm good for now. It was, I appreciate listening to you. It's just learning how to keep things in the proper perspective.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
that
you,
feedback.
Daniel.
Yes.
Miss Murray, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
It's Dr. Mom. I just want to give a comment and say thank you so much for having Miss Robinson on tonight. The information and understanding the stance that both of you have on coaching and how you coach others, that was very rewarding for me to have that information. So thank you, Miss Robinson, for sharing how you coach others. And Sherry, I'm going to say you are no nonsense. You do what you do.
Well, you're
That's
welcome.
what I
Yes, ma'am.
said.
We have to be. We have to be. If I'm not serious about anything else, I'm definitely serious about people making positive changes that are going to impact their life, especially around the area of money. Because just as a community, there are a lot of negative connotations that are around money, and I want us to be able to heal that. I believe that we were created to live an abundant life in every area. We're not to be in deficit in any area, and that's including money. And people are like, oh, money can't, it doesn't make you happy. It may not make me happy, but guess what? I'm happy when I can come in here and turn the lights on, when I can have a hot shower, when I can pay my car note, my insurance, I can create experiences for my family. That makes me happy. We have to understand and learn that money is a tool. It is to be used, it is to be put to work. It doesn't have to be negative. We don't love it, but we love the things that it can do for us. And as a whole, we have to heal that. And that's what I'm here for.
Well, I always tell them, in that case, I may not be rich, but I want to find out which is better. And so far as having the money is better than
Okay.
not having the
Having the
money.
money is always
But
better.
all having money does is just show more of what you know or don't know.
Yeah. And it can
Miss
definitely
Robinson,
change people.
I want to thank you for for being my guest, darling.
You're welcome
And you know I
anytime.
love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And quit beating me up.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. And you know what I always tell you? If you push me, I'll pull you. If you pull me, I'll push you. It's not going to matter whether we're pushing or pulling y'all. We're going to get there together, and we're going to be a winner. Truth and fact. Truth is I love you. Fact is ain't nothing you can do about it. Until next time, everyone, God bless. And Tanisha, hang on, because when I hang up from them, I can still talk to you, so I'm going nowhere.
Okay.
Until
Good night,
next time,
you
everyone,
guys.
God bless. And thank you, Tanisha.
You're welcome.
Job well done, darling. Job well done.